My child, pause for a moment and really listen. Yes, I'm speaking to you right here in this quiet space. I've been hearing your heart long before you found the words, even on those nights when you lay there staring at the ceiling, your phone dim beside you, your thoughts circling, hoping I might break the silence. You've asked me in those moments, God, do you still hear me? Do you still see me waiting? Have I been forgotten? And here you are now, hearing this, and you feel it. This is not an accident. This is not a coincidence. This moment has been written into your life by my hand, and I've come close to answer the cry you didn't even have the strength to speak. Stay here with me a little longer. I have something to say that reaches deeper than your questions, something that touches the part of you you rarely show anyone. I'm here to steady you, to lift your thoughts, and to remind you that I have been listening the entire time, even when it felt like nothing was coming back. You thought I was silent, but behind the stillness I was moving, working in ways you couldn't see. I've watched you go through those long, quiet days, checking, waiting, hoping something would shift, wondering how much longer it would take. You've wondered if I overlooked you, especially when it felt like everyone else was moving forward while you stayed in the same place. You've seen others receive what they prayed for and quietly asked if I passed you by. But I haven't passed you by, not even for a moment. I've been holding something specific for you, something shaped with care, something that fits your life in a way nothing else could. Tell me, in those moments when everything felt still, did it ever cross your mind that something unseen might still be forming? I understand how it feels to wait and hear nothing back. I know how heavy it becomes when your hands feel empty and your heart is full of questions you don't always say out loud. But don't mistake silence for absence, because in that quiet space where you thought I said nothing, I was building something within you. You weren't stuck. You were growing, stretching, becoming stronger in ways that don't show on the surface. While you waited, your trust deepened, and I was clearing away what wouldn't serve you, making space for what truly will. You need to understand this now, and let it settle gently in you. The delay was never meant to harm you. It was there to protect you and guide you towards something that can hold its weight when it arrives. I saw every thought that crossed your mind, every time you wondered if you did something wrong, if you missed your moment, if somehow you were forgotten. But you weren't forgotten. You were being prepared, positioned carefully, shaped for something greater than what you've been asking for. When you saw a door that wouldn't open, I saw a space still being made ready. When you felt a pause, I saw timing unfolding exactly as it should. Even in the moments you felt passed over, I was storing what you needed for the right time. Even when you couldn't hear me, I was closer than your own breath, quietly arranging things, aligning what seemed unchanged. You were never alone in any of it. You were always held in my hands. You don't need perfect faith to reach me. You only need real faith, the kind that comes back again after days that feel empty, the kind that still whispers, I trust you, even when your eyes are tired and your heart feels worn. That kind of faith reaches me. It moves something in heaven, and you've been carrying it even when you didn't realize it. Even in your weakest moments you stayed, you kept looking, and that matters more than you understand. Now listen closely to those thoughts that have been following you, the ones that tell you it's too late, that you've waited too long, that you'll never get there. Those voices don't come from me. I don't speak in fear or discouragement. My voice builds you, heals you, and gently calls you forward. And even now I am calling you forward again. You say, please answer me, I'm still waiting. And I want you to hear this clearly. I am already moving. Even if the ground beneath you feels still, things above you are shifting, aligning in ways your eyes can't yet see. Paths are opening ahead of you. Hearts are being softened. Doors are unlocking where you haven't even stepped yet. And I'm doing all of this because I love you, because you are mine. I know there have been days when you looked around and felt like nothing was changing at all. Days where everything felt the same, where even hope felt heavy to carry. But growth doesn't rush, and fruit doesn't appear overnight. Roots grow first, deep and unseen in quiet places. And that's where you've been growing. Quietly, steadily, becoming stronger beneath the surface. And all this time you've been growing roots, strong ones, deeper than you realize. Roots that will be able to carry the weight of what I'm placing into your life. Roots that will hold you steady when things around you begin to shake. I haven't overlooked your prayers, not even the quiet ones you whispered into your pillow, or the ones you could only feel but not say. I've held them close, engraved them into my heart, the same careful way I formed you in hidden places. And just like that, I've been shaping the answer to your cry, even when it felt like nothing was happening. When it comes, it won't feel small or rushed, and it won't arrive too late. It will meet you in a way that makes you pause and realize it's exactly what you needed, even beyond what you asked for. Because I give more than requests. I give what restores you, what stays with you, what leads you into life that actually holds. So don't stop here, not when you've come this far. Don't step away just because you can't see the whole picture yet. What if you're closer than you think? What you've been asking for hasn't been denied, it's been held for the right moment. And that moment is drawing near, even if your days still feel the same on the surface. You've stayed faithful in ways that others haven't seen, and I remain faithful to you in every moment. I don't forget, I don't overlook the tears that fall in quiet rooms, and I don't turn away when your heart feels tired from knocking. I am answering you slowly and gently, in a way that will make sense when it unfolds. I've seen every time you chose to keep hoping, even when it would have been easier to shut down and stop caring. I've watched those nights when you lay there wondering if I would ever speak, replaying the same thoughts over and over in your mind. And now, I am speaking into that very place. I'm bringing life into your thoughts, calm into your fears, and strength into the part of you that feels worn down. You are not forgotten, you are not lost, and you are not too late. Stay with me here. Keep trusting even if it feels quiet. Keep moving even if your steps feel small. What I'm doing is unfolding, even when you can't trace it yet. And when the answer arrives, you'll understand why it needed time, why it couldn't come sooner. You'll see that I was never late, never distant, never silent. I was preparing something greater than you could have imagined. So let me keep speaking to you because there's more your heart needs to hear. I know how tired you've been, how those questions have sat heavy in your chest like something you carry around all day. You don't always say it out loud, but I see the weight of it in the quiet moments, in the pauses, in the way you wonder if anything will really change. You've asked yourself, will it ever be my turn? Or will I always feel like I'm standing outside waiting? Hear me clearly, your moment is coming. And it's not because you forced it or proved yourself or tried harder than everyone else. It's coming because I chose you, and I stand by every word I've spoken over your life. I don't change my mind like people do, and I don't abandon what I've begun. Even when things feel broken, I am still building something good out of those very pieces. You've been in a long season, and I know it's worn you down in ways you don't always admit. You've watched others move forward while you stayed in place, smiled through things you didn't understand, and kept going even when part of you wanted to stop. And yes, you wondered if I noticed any of it. I did. I always have. Even the smallest moments when you chose to believe while still carrying doubt. You may think you're just waiting for something to happen, but I've been right there with you the entire time. I haven't been distant. I've been beside you in the quiet, in the stillness you thought you were alone in. When you cried and no one knew, I was there holding you. When you smiled while feeling empty inside, I was the comfort you couldn't quite name. Every breath you took when you felt like you couldn't keep going, I gave it to you. Every time you stood back up, even when your legs felt unsteady, I was the strength holding you up. Sometimes my answers take time because I'm protecting you from things you can't yet see. You ask for one path, and I prepare another because I see where each one leads. I know what will build you, not just what will please you for a moment. I know what will sustain you, not just what will feel good right now. And I will always give you what is good for your soul. I won't place something in your hands too early if it could harm you or pull you away from what matters most. You've been asking for a way forward, and I am opening that path, but first I'm working within you. I'm easing the fear you've been carrying, healing the parts of you that still ache in silence. I'm washing away the voices that told you that you weren't enough, the labels that stayed with you longer than they should have. Those names, failure, mistake, forgotten, They were never mine. That's not how I see you, and that's not how I speak to you. I call you chosen, I call you worthy, I call you mine. And what I have for you carries your name in a way no one else can take or replace. No one else can step into the life that was set before you, and no one else can walk the road that has been placed under your feet. You're not behind, even if it feels that way when you look around and compare your timeline to everyone else's. You are exactly where you need to be for the work I'm doing in you, even if that work feels invisible right now. And when the right moment arrives, it won't feel forced or rushed. It will settle into place in a way that feels natural, like it was always meant to find you. I know it hasn't been easy to keep believing, especially on the days when your energy feels low and your thoughts start to drift toward doubt. There are moments when hope feels thin, when even getting through the day quietly feels like enough. But I'm not asking you to carry all of this by yourself. Let me carry it with you. Let me carry you when you feel too tired to hold it anymore. You don't have to show up strong every day, and you don't need to have everything figured out to stay close to me. You don't have to pretend that you're okay when you're not. I see you clearly, even in the moments when you feel undone, and my love for you stays steady through all of it. There's nothing in your past that makes me step back, and there's nothing ahead that can separate me from you. You may not notice what's shifting yet, but things are already changing, quietly, steadily, like something growing beneath the surface where your eyes can't reach. Think about seeds beneath the ground. There's no movement you can see, but something is happening all the same. That's how my work often begins, in hidden places, in still moments that feel like nothing. And one day you'll look back and realize that what felt like standing still was actually my hand shaping things around you. I've been moving in ways you couldn't track, softening hearts, aligning paths, preparing what's ahead, and at the same time preparing you. You are stronger than you give yourself credit for. Not because you always feel strong, but because you didn't stop. You stayed when it would have been easier to walk away. You kept praying when it felt like your words were going nowhere. And you chose to love even when your heart felt bruised. That quiet persistence, that is strength, that is faith, and I see beauty in it. So now, keep your heart open, not to all the noise around you, but to my voice. Stay attentive to the small ways I reach you, the quiet nudges, the gentle reminders. Keep your hands open too, ready to receive what I'm placing into your life. And ask yourself this: are you holding on so tightly to what's behind you that you might miss what's already approaching? Let go of the weight you've been carrying from the past, the guilt, the regret, the endless what-ifs that keep circling back. I'm not found in those places. I'm here, in this moment, and in what's ahead of you. And when the answer comes, and it won't just fix what's been bothering you. It will begin to restore something deeper. It will bring back a sense of joy you thought had faded, and a kind of peace that settles where pressure used to live. It will bring light into the spaces that have felt dim for so long, and laughter where things once felt quiet and heavy. I finish what I begin. And I'm still working in your life. This isn't the end of your story, it's the beginning of something new. You won't stay stuck in this place forever, and this waiting will not stretch on endlessly. I am near, I am active, and I am responding even now. And when the moment comes, you won't have to search for proof. You'll feel it clearly, you'll recognize the shift, and something inside you will settle and say, "He was here. He answered. He never left." So keep your heart soft, keep your focus on me, and keep moving forward, even if your steps feel small and uncertain. I'm walking with you in every step, and where I'm leading you is filled with life, with beauty, with a kind of joy you've been longing for more than you can explain. If this message has touched something in you or helped you feel closer to God, you can support this work through the super thanks below. Your kindness truly means more than you know, and may you be blessed deeply. My child, stay with me a little longer. I know how many thoughts you've been carrying, some loud, some so quiet they only show up when everything else goes still. In those late moments when the lights are off and your mind won't settle, you've asked me, "Are you still writing my story? Or did I somehow miss the part where things were supposed to change?" Let me answer you clearly. You are still in the story. You haven't missed anything, and nothing has been lost along the way. You are still held in my hands, even in the moments when you felt unsure if you could keep going. There were days when you didn't feel strong enough, when even small things felt heavy, but you kept moving anyway. You didn't always feel brave, but you didn't stop. And that quiet, steady movement is what courage often looks like. I see that in you, in the way you keep trying, in the way you hold on to even a small piece of hope. I see how you care, even when it feels like no one notices. I see the love you carry, even when it feels like it goes unseen. I see you, and I'm proud of you. I know this season has been difficult. Some days feel heavy from the moment you wake up, and you wonder if anything will feel different by the time the day ends. You go to bed asking yourself if anything you did really mattered. And I want you to hear this clearly. It did. Every small step of faith you've taken has mattered more than you realize. Every moment you chose kindness, even when you were tired. Every time you held on instead of giving up. Every quiet whisper of my name when it felt like no one was listening. I heard it all, and I still do. Even those nights when your words felt weak or unfinished, when you weren't sure if anything was reaching me, it was. You may think your prayers are small, but they rise higher than you can see. You may look at your faith and feel like it's not enough, like it's fragile or inconsistent. But what you call weak, I see as something powerful, something that keeps moving even when it's hard. You may feel like you're just getting through the day, just surviving one moment to the next, but I see something deeper forming in you. You're becoming steady, rooted, able to stand through what comes, not because you never struggle, but because you keep getting back up. There are seasons when my work in your life doesn't look like much from the outside. Days pass, routines repeat, and you wonder if anything is actually changing at all. But some of my most important work happens in those quiet spaces, in the stillness you almost overlook. I'm building things beneath the surface in places no one else can see, so that when they come forward, they hold firm. Think about the foundation you'd been laying without even noticing it. The nights you kept believing even when you felt nothing. The prayers you offered when you didn't have the right words. The faith you held on to even when everything around you felt uncertain. That is what makes your life steady, what gives your story strength. You don't need to prove anything to me, and you don't need to perform to earn your place. I chose you long before you tried to get it right, long before you questioned if you were enough. My love for you has never been based on what you can do, and it hasn't shifted with your mistakes or your doubts. I'm not waiting for you to become perfect. I'm walking with you as you grow, as you heal, as you begin to understand who you are. The world around you may feel rushed, like everything is moving faster than you can keep up. But I don't move that way, and you don't need to either. My timing carries purpose even when it feels slower than you expected. Some paths take longer, but they lead you somewhere deeper, somewhere more meaningful than you imagined at the start. Some things take time to grow, just like seeds that stay hidden before they bloom into something beautiful. I'm not in a hurry with you, and what I've prepared for your life will not pass you by. What carries your name is not meant for anyone else, and nothing I've planned slips away unnoticed. I make no mistakes, not with your life, not with your story. You've wondered if I care about the small things, the details that feel too minor to matter. But I care about all of it. The things you brush off, the moments that quietly hurt, the thoughts you don't share with anyone. I care about your hopes, your worries, your laughter, even the silence you sit in when you don't know what to say. You are not just another person in the crowd to me. You are known fully, and you are mine. Even in your doubt, I remain with you. When you feel worn down, I'm still there. When frustration or confusion rises, I don't step away, I move closer. I stay through the messy moments, through the questions, through the parts of life that feel hard to hold together. You are not something I need to fix and walk away from. You are someone I value deeply. When others don't seem to understand you, I do. When you feel overlooked or invisible, I see you clearly. When it feels like your presence doesn't matter, I want you to know that it does. To me, it always has. I'm the one who gives you breath each morning, the one who sustains you even on the days when you feel empty. Even when you don't have the words to pray, I still hear what your heart is carrying. And I want you to hold on to this. There is still more ahead of you. Don't let the waiting take away your sense of wonder. And don't let delay convince you that your story has stopped. It hasn't ended. In many ways, it's only just beginning. The most beautiful parts are still being written, still being prepared with care. You haven't missed them. You are moving toward them even now. So keep holding on, keep trusting, even when it feels difficult. Keep loving, keep believing, and when the weight feels too much, lean into me. I will carry you when you feel like you can't take another step. I will quiet your thoughts when they feel loud and restless. I will hold you in the middle of your exhaustion and remind you that you are not alone in any of this. You may still be waiting for answers, and I understand that. But while you wait, receive something else from me: peace. Let me give you rest in the middle of uncertainty. Let me fill your heart with a quiet kind of joy, one that doesn't depend on everything going your way, but comes from knowing you are deeply loved right here, just as you are. My child, stay here with me. Let's keep walking together for a moment. You don't have to rush away or figure everything out right now. I know how much your heart has been searching for answers, replaying the same questions, especially in those quiet moments when everything slows down. The waiting has felt long, I see that, but I want you to understand something gently. I haven't only been preparing the answer you're looking for, I've been preparing you too. Sometimes you ask me for change, hoping something outside of you will shift. But what if the deeper change begins within you, in places you don't always notice? I've been working there, softening the hard places, easing the tension, lifting out the weight that was never meant to stay. Fear, worry, shame, things that settled in over time, I've been loosening them little by little, making space for something better to grow. You may not have seen it happening. There were days you woke up, moved through your routine, did what you could, and went to sleep feeling like nothing had changed at all. But beneath that surface, something was forming, quietly and steadily, even when your thoughts told you otherwise. Like something alive beneath the soil, it's been growing, and now it's getting close to breaking through. Comment, "You are my victory," if you can feel how far you've come, even if the progress felt invisible at the time. Because what I've placed within you is beginning to rise, like a flower pushing through the ground, reaching toward light. And it's not only because the season is shifting, it's because you are ready in ways you didn't fully see. I never forgot you, not for a moment. I was waiting for the right time, the right alignment, the moment where what's been growing inside you could meet what's been prepared ahead of you. Think back for a second. Do you remember the times you smiled even when your heart felt heavy? The times you showed kindness when you were running low yourself? The moments you held on to hope, even if it felt like it might slip through your hands? Those weren't small moments. They carried weight, they carried meaning, and they revealed something real within you. They showed a kind of love that doesn't disappear under pressure, and I saw every single one of them. None of it was wasted, not one quiet effort, not one unseen choice. You may feel like just one person in a world that keeps moving quickly, but to me, your life holds deep value. You matter in ways that go beyond what you can measure. You are seen in the quiet, in the still spaces where no one else is looking. And even when other voices grow loud, I continue to reach you, gently, persistently. You are not overlooked and you are not late. You are right on time for what has been set before you, even if your past has made it hard to believe that. I know life has taught you to expect disappointment sometimes. People said they would stay and didn't. Things once felt promising and then slowly faded. So part of you learned to hold back, to protect your heart by expecting less. But don't close that part of you that still hopes. Keep it open, even if it feels vulnerable. Because a heart that still hopes is a heart I can fill, a place where something new can take root. I want to give you peace, but not the kind that depends on everything going perfectly. I'm giving you a peace that stays steady even when things feel uncertain, the kind that remains when everything else feels like it's shifting. And I want to give you joy, not because you figured everything out, but because you trust that I have. You don't need to see the whole plan to keep moving forward. You only need to know that you're not walking alone. And maybe you've asked me before, just show me something, anything, wondering if I've been quiet. But look again, gently. Haven't there been small moments? A kind word at the right time, a brief sense of calm when your thoughts finally slowed, a memory that gave you strength when you needed it most. That was me. I often speak through small things so your heart learns to recognize me everywhere. You won't always feel strong and you won't always feel ready, but you don't need to be perfect to walk with me. You don't need to be loud or certain to be used in meaningful ways. Some of the most powerful things I do begin in quiet hearts that simply say, yes. That's all I'm asking from you. A willing heart, open hands, a quiet, I'm here. And when you offer that, I take care of the rest. I bring strength when yours feels low. I guide you when the path feels unclear. I open doors you couldn't open on your own. I calm what feels overwhelming. I place the right people in your life, and I light the way ahead step by step. I remove what has been holding you back even when you don't fully see it happening. Because I don't leave things unfinished, I carry you through all the way. So if you're wondering what to do right now, let it be simple. Keep going. One step at a time, even if it feels small. You don't need to rush ahead or have everything figured out all at once. You don't have to be faster, and you don't have to hold everything together perfectly. You only need to be willing. I will lead you. I will carry you when needed, and you will not walk this path alone. My child, I didn't create you to stay stuck, carrying weight that was never meant to stay with you. I created you to grow, to move forward, to live in a freedom that feels real inside your heart. That heaviness you've been holding, you can begin to release it now. You don't have to prove your worth to me, and you've never needed to earn my love. It has always been yours, even in your hardest moments. The best of your life isn't behind you. It's still ahead, waiting in a place where I am already standing, calling you forward. I'm not waiting for perfection, I'm waiting for your trust. And as that trust grows, even quietly, the path will begin to open in front of you, one step at a time. One day you'll look back and see how far you've come. Even through days that felt slow or uncertain, you'll realize that progress was happening all along. You are not forgotten, and you have never been invisible to me. You are mine, and your story is still being written. So don't close the book because one chapter felt heavy. I'm turning the page, and something new is beginning right now. Take a breath, stay here with me, I'm with you, and I'm not leaving. What's ahead will bring life back into places that felt quiet for too long. You will smile again, laugh again, and truly live, not just get through the days. You will love again with a full heart. Something new is already beginning, and you are ready for it. If you feel that, type, "Yes, Lord, I trust you completely." Stay with me a little longer because I see the real you, the parts you don't show, the thoughts you keep quiet. And I love you there, fully. You've wondered why it's taking so long, why others seem ahead while you feel still. But beneath the surface, I've been building strength in you, quiet, steady strength that holds even in hard moments. Sometimes I hold back a door so your heart can be ready for what's on the other side. I want you to receive what's coming with peace, not fear. I'm not just answering your prayers, I'm shaping the answers so it truly blesses you. And even when you look at yourself and feel like you're not enough, I see how you keep going, how you rise again, how you hold on to hope. Some people left and some things ended in ways that hurt. But not every ending is loss, some are protection. You don't have to chase love or change who you are to be seen. You are already loved, deeply and completely. Your life matters, your voice matters, and I haven't forgotten a single promise. If I said I will bring you through, I will. If I said I will restore, then trust that it's coming, maybe quietly but surely. Even now, things are shifting. You won't always feel this stuck, and you won't always feel this tired. This season is changing, so don't be afraid to hope again. Even a small seed of hope is enough for me to grow something beautiful. Now let's pray together. Dear Heavenly Father, thank you for the gift of Jesus and the power in His blood. I ask you to cover my home, every room and every corner with your presence. Cover my family, their hearts, their thoughts, and their rest. Let your presence be a gentle shield over us. Remove every fear, every danger, every darkness, and fill this place with peace, love, and safety. Watch over us day and night and send your angels to guard us. Let your spirit move through our home, bringing comfort and renewal. Protect our minds from worry, our bodies from weakness, and our hearts from doubt. Let faith grow strong within us. Thank you that your presence is personal and near. I place everything I am and everything I love into your hands. I believe, I receive, and I rest in your promise. In Jesus' name, amen. If this message touched your heart, type amen and share it with someone who needs to hear it.